Hello. Welcome to Political Science 131. My name is Dr. Eric Rader, and I'm the instructor for the class this semester. I'm really excited to have you in the class and hope you have a wonderful experience with the class this semester. Now, this is a 100% online class. What that means is you'll be doing all of the work online through the week. Each week there will be new assignments. This is not a Zoom class, so we won't be having live sessions like you might have for some of your other classes. It's what we call asynchronous, which means you're doing this on your own time through the week. And the main thing is that you get the work done by the time it's due at the end of the week. So assignments will open on Monday morning, and they will typically be due the following Sunday night. Although there will be some assignments that will be due on Thursday, and you want to make sure you pay attention to the syllabus so that you know what's due on Thursday and then what's due on Sunday. But again, it's you have flexibility about when you do it. If you want to do your assignments at the beginning of the week, that's fine. If you want to do them in the middle, that's fine. But you want to make sure you get them done by the time they're due on Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Now, if you do want to meet with me this semester, there are a couple of options. Certainly, I have office hours. I do have an office on campus, and I'm glad to meet with students in my office. Or if you're not on campus, you can also schedule a Zoom appointment. I do those as well. And I should mention that if you're on the main campus, masks are required during the COVID pandemic. Now, in terms of what's expected this semester, the first thing is you should hopefully by now have logged into Moodle. Moodle is the course management system we use at Henry Ford College. It is available for all classes. Some instructors use it more than others, but certainly for this class, it's the main way we'll be interacting with each other. It's pretty easy to use, and if you're a returning student, if you've been here before, you already know how to use it. But if you have any questions about how to get to Moodle or how to find this class on the Moodle site, please let me know. You can email me. My email is ewrader@hfcc.edu, or you can leave me a voicemail at my office number, and that information is all in the syllabus that you will receive. Now, in terms of the textbook for the class, you do not need to buy it because you already have access to it. It was included in the registration for the class. It will be available on the Moodle site on the first day, and you should be able to find it at the top of the page, and it'll just say Textbook for Political Science 131. Click on it, and you'll be able to use it online. Now, I know sometimes people like to have a physical copy of the book. You would need to talk to the bookstore at HFC or look online if you're looking to have a physical copy, but you already do have access to the online version. Now, the syllabus that you're going to read online includes the assignments, the due dates, class policies, so you want to make sure you read that very carefully. A couple of things that you should know about assignments. There are two main types of writing assignments that you'll be doing this semester. One is the discussion board. Almost every week this semester you will have a discussion board. The discussion board is where I will post a question, and you will have one during the first week. The first week is really just to introduce yourselves to each other. But you will read the question, and on the discussion board, the question will be from me, and read it carefully. It will relate to whatever that week's topic is. So it's a good idea before you even read the question that you do the reading, because I think if you do the reading, the assigned reading for that week, it's going to make a lot more sense when you try to answer the question. You could certainly respond to the question if you haven't done the reading, but I think it'll make more sense if you do. So you read the question, respond to it when you get a chance. There's a reply option on at the bottom of the message, and your response. In the syllabus I list how long responses should be. Your first response, your response to the question that I post, should be a minimum of 5 full sentences. It can be longer, but it needs to be at least 5 full sentences. And once you've responded, once you've posted your reply, then you'll be able to see what other students have responded, how they've responded. Now, you won't be able to see the other responses until you post your own. Now, you should understand that it takes about 5 to 10 minutes after you post your response before you can see the other replies. So please don't wait until the end of the week to do the assignment. In fact, there's an early deadline for the first response, because if you wait till the end of the week and you're trying to do both your responses at the same time, you might not have enough time to actually not only reply, but also be able to view the other students' responses. So give yourself time to respond to the question and then to reply to someone else. Your 2 responses in total should be about 10 full sentences, so 5 for the first, 5 for the second. But if your first response is six sentences, sorry, your second response could be 4 sentences. If your first response is 7 sentences, your second one could be 3 sentences. But the second one should be a minimum of 3, and the first one should be a minimum of 5 sentences. Hopefully that makes sense, but it's all listed in the syllabus. So most weeks of the semester you will have a discussion board. The first week is just introducing yourselves to each other, so you don't even have to do any reading for that. You just you'll read. I posted an introduction of myself. You'll respond to it, introduce yourself, and then reply to someone else. So that's the discussion board. Then you'll also, a couple times this semester, will have a critical thinking assignment. That's where you're going to write a 400-word essay in response to a question that I'll post. Now, the answers to those questions, if you're doing when you're doing the critical thinking, you should be able to find enough information in your textbook to answer the question. However, if you decide to go outside, if you decide to look at other sources, then it's really important that you cite your sources, okay? There's a lot of information in the syllabus about plagiarism. Plagiarism is academic dishonesty. It's not tolerated. That means you're using someone else's information but not giving them credit, and that could be grounds for failing the course. So you want to make sure that if you do use an outside source, that you do give credit to that source. And on the critical thinking questions, there'll be a comment box, and that's where you would put your source information. It's really important to do that because if you don't, you could be risking failure. So please make sure you do your own work. You really should be able to answer the questions based on the information in the textbook, but if you do choose to use an outside source, make sure you do give credit to it. That would also apply to the discussion boards, although the discussion boards are not meant to be research assignments, but certainly if you do any outside research for one of the discussion boards, then you should give credit to your source. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. Please make sure you're always giving proper credit to whatever source you're using. That's academic honesty. You want to make sure you don't want to fail the course for that reason. You don't want to fail an assignment. You want to do your own work. Okay. Couple other things you should know about the class. This is a 16-week semester, so we will go through the full semester, usually about one topic per week. There are a number of class policies listed. If you're corresponding with me by email, if you're sending me an email, please identify which class you're in, and not just the name of the class, which is Political Science 131, but include your section number too, because I do teach multiple sections of Political Science 131, and most of them are online, so it's sometimes hard to know which section a student's in, and it helps me a lot if you have, particularly if your question is about your grade in the class, if you tell me which section you're in, so I don't have to go through every section on Moodle until I can find which one you're in. So just let me know. It's on the registration material for the class. It also should be on the Moodle site when you log in. It'll say Political Science 131 followed by a two-digit number, and that's your section number. So make sure you do include that in emails. When you are corresponding with me by email, please make sure you put a subject in the subject box so I know what your message is about. And also make sure you sign your name. And I know that a lot of times people send a message and think, well, they can see who I am. But it is a courtesy. It is we want to treat emails as professional correspondence. It's not a text message. It really is an email. It's an electronic message where you are corresponding with me. So please sign your name to the message. Make sure you include my name in the address and that you're signing your name. Some people just put a signature on their messages. That's what I do for all of my emails, so it's automatically there at the end of the message. But it is a courtesy. You want to make sure you are signing your name to your messages. So, and also please only use your Hawkmail accounts. That's your official Henry Ford email account. Faculty are not really supposed to respond to personal emails for privacy reasons. So just please make sure you are using your Hawkmail account. A couple other things we do. We do meet each week, but when there is a break, that's listed in the syllabus. So make sure you pay attention to when breaks occur in the semester, and also understand that if you also attend another school, sometimes the break at Henry Ford does not fit with the break at another school, and you might have a break at another school, but you've got the Henry Ford class. Understand that we do follow the Henry Ford College calendar, so there will be assignments due every week we're in session. So it's really important that if you're going to be out of town for some reason and not able to access the class, that you get your assignment in on time, because we are following the Henry Ford College calendar. So, and also because this is an online class, there are lots. I mean, generally, even if you are traveling, you'll be able to access it from wherever you are. So, so there won't be extensions on assignments. The only exception to that would be if an illness comes up, if something comes up where you're not, or an emergency comes up, and then just let me know. If it's an emergency, an illness, just send me an email, let me know what's going on. You don't have to give me every detail of it, but just let me know that something's happened that's going to prevent you from doing the assignment. And I'm always willing to make accommodations in cases where there's a legitimate issue that's come up. So, those are just a few things about the class. I will be including videos like this throughout the semester on different topics. And you may notice that sometimes I look different in the videos, and that's because I do use some of the videos I've used in previous semesters, and so I may look a little different, maybe a little younger or something, but the material is still the same. So sometimes I create new videos if I need to update them. Other times I'm using videos that I recorded a couple years ago. So that's why I may look different in some of the videos, if that makes sense. So, but this is a current video. And I am excited to have you in the class. I don't often get to meet the students in my online classes because we're not on campus at the same time, but I'm always glad to meet with you by phone, by Zoom, or even in person if you are coming to the main campus. And please email me if anything comes up, if you have any questions, and make sure you do keep up with the reading. One last thing I'll mention is that in each week's folder I will include PowerPoint slides that are related to the topic. They're related to the book, so those can help you with studying. And I also include review sheets before each exam. So pay attention to the due dates for the exams, the reading assignments, the written assignments, and also there will be a syllabus quiz at the beginning of the semester, so it's important that you read the syllabus very carefully, and there will be a quiz early in the semester, and all that information is in the syllabus, and it will be posted online. One last thing I'll mention is I do send an email out every week at the beginning of the week in the morning, where I will give you information on what's due that week. So please make sure you're reading that so that you don't miss any assignments. But the assignments are listed in the syllabus too, so they're listed by date and by week. So, but I will remind you at the beginning of each week what's due that week. All right. So again, if you have any questions, let me know. I will be posting more of these videos as we go along, and I hope you have a great semester. Take care.